So today I'm here in the Computing Science Center. This summer we are converting 229 to RISC-V, and we have a team of students that took 229 in the fall of 2018, and they have been working the whole summer to convert the course into RISC-V. So this is the lab where we have the students working the conversion of the course. So here's Zach. So tell me what work you're doing this summer.
So I've just been taking the old labs that were made for 229 that were written in MIPS assembly, and I've been converting them to a new assembly language called RISC-V, which is a completely new architecture that was developed by UC Berkeley in the past half decade or so.
Yeah. And to give us a sense of the amount of work that's going into this lab conversion exercise during the summer.
Sorry?
Give a sense for the amount of preparation work that's going into the lab conversion exercise this summer.
Oh, yeah, we have a group of 3 of us working, basically full-time, just converting all these labs and making sure everything is working properly, and debugging all the programs and whatnot.
And we have a review system too, that we ensure that for each one of the lab exercise, we have one student that's responsible, we have another student that reviews everything, and then I check things afterwards. So a lot of effort has been going into ensuring that the labs are in good shape. I'm sure that there still be bugs when we come to the fall. Okay, so what recommendation do you have for students that are about to start the 229 in the fall? What they can do to be successful in the course?
I think just looking into kind of the basics of either assembly or even looking into C, if you haven't looked at it at all, it really helps understand kind of what you need to know about the flow of assembly and how you write assembly programs.
Yeah, and so in the email that I'm going to send with this log, we're going to give them links for the simulator and for the documentation of RISC-V. Of course, any student that wants can start looking into this before even the first day of class, and I think that will also be helpful. So thank you, Zach. And here we have Taylor. I'm going to switch here. Taylor, tell me what you are doing to help us get ready for the fall.
So I was responsible for converting the old PowerPoint slides from MIPS assembly into RISC assembly. And so that's a lot of work. I've been trying to incorporate some of the areas I struggled to follow with. I tried to add some more in-depth examples and yeah.
So Taylor took this course in the fall of 2018.
Yep.
So he brings his experience as a student in the course to remaking the slides, and remaking the slides sounds trivial when you say.
No,
so
it's definitely time consuming, because the good thing about the slides is there's lots of really good animations that help you really understand what's going on behind the scenes. So those animations take a lot of time and a lot of effort to get precise and exact and to really hammer in those concepts.
So as a student that has taken 229 and now you're very aware of the conversion that we're making from MIPS to RISC, what recommendation could you have for students that want to be successful in this course?
I think in general it's important to follow along with the textbook. A lot of the time, if you don't understand something fully from the slides, you can look to the textbook for a more in-depth detail into that. A tip I would give in general just for success with the labs is to start early and definitely show up to the labs prepared with questions to ask the TAs, because they're really helpful and they'll be like your keys to success in completing labs.
So we start early and be prepared, right? Like put time early in the course, put time early into the assignments. It will make a huge difference. It's my experience that students that are successful are students that start very early, that try to learn some of the assembly before the first day of the class, that read the lab assignments before the first day of lab, and that kind of strategy.
Yeah, they're not traditional labs in the sense that you'll be able to get them done the night before. When you have 3 weeks to get a lab done, it's pretty obvious you're going to need to spend some time on them. So, yeah.
Exactly. So thank you, Taylor, thank you, Zach.